In this video, we'll be going through the first and second opening credit scenes of House of the Dragon. The first opening credit scene covers episodes 1 through 5 before the time skip. It begins with a red ruby crown of Aegon the Conqueror, who conquered Westeros. Behind him is the pyramid of Old Valyria, and in between are the dying dragons representing the doom of Valyria. Valyria then drowns in blood. Aegon the Conqueror's blood then flows to his two sisters that he married, the first one being Visenya Targaryen. Her emblem is the hilt of Darksister that we see in the corner. On her right is her sister Rhaenys Targaryen. Her emblem is her dragon Meraxes. We recognize him through the dragon teeth of Meraxes, specifically the Dornish scorpion bolt that hit Meraxes in his eye and ended up killing both Rhaenys and Meraxes in 10 AC, AC being after the conquest. This is the family tree that we will be building out as we go through this opening credit. The red arrows represent the blood that flows between each emblem, and in red are the names of those emblems. The blood then follows only Aegon and Rhaenys' children. That is because Visenya and Aegon did have a child together, but he's irrelevant to the TV show. Aegon and Aenys only had one child. His name was Aenys Targaryen, King of the Seven Kingdoms. His emblem is the crown of yellow gold with the faces of the seven that was given to him by the High Septon. On the left is the blood trail of his wife, Queen Alyssa Velaryon. She also had children of her own with the second husband, but since they're irrelevant to the TV show, the opening credit scene only shows Aenys. So our family tree keeps building. Every time the blood goes down a level, this actually represents a new generation. Aenys and Alyssa had 6 children, but the TV show only focuses on 2 of them, King Jaehaerys Targaryen and his sister wife, Good Queen Alysanne. We recognize Jaehaerys through the yellow crown that King Viserys also wears in the TV show. On the left, Good Queen Alysanne also has her crown as her emblem. She wore a slimmer, more feminine version. Now our family tree expands to add Jaehaerys and Alysanne. They both had 13 children together. However, we only see 9 branches coming out of their link. That is because out of their 13 children, only 9 lived until adulthood. Following 2 of their children, we finally see Baelon Targaryen that we recognize through his emblem being the emblem of the Hand of the King. And drowned in blood is Princess Alyssa Targaryen, his sister wife. Now, she died giving birth to her 3rd child, Aegon, who only lived a few days before dying after childbirth. So Baelon and Alyssa had 2 sons, Viserys Targaryen and Daemon Targaryen. The opening credit then briefly shows Daemon Targaryen's blood trail. In the distance we see 3 emblems, one being Corlys Velaryon. We recognize the seahorse as his emblem. Moreover, the color of his emblem is the color of House Velaryon. Then we see another Velaryon bloodline that spreads into 2 bloodlines, but we're not supposed to know who that is yet. Then in the distance, we see 2 faraway emblems, one being drowned in blood, representing a dead spouse, and the other one being Sir Otto Hightower that we recognize through his emblem that is the Hand of the King. Then we see King Viserys Targaryen that we recognize through his emblem being the yellow crown that he wears in the TV show, the same one that King Jaehaerys Targaryen also wore. On his right, Queen Aemma Arryn. We also noticed another bloodline going from King Viserys. Now keep in mind that this opening scene was first shown at the beginning of episode 2, so we're not supposed to know who it is yet. Now we see that our family tree has expanded to add Corlys, Otto, Viserys and Aemma. We then see another bloodline going from Sir Otto Hightower. This is obviously Alicent Hightower, her emblem being the sigil of House Hightower. We finally get to Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, her emblem being the necklace that we see her being gifted by Daemon Targaryen at the beginning of episode 1. We then see 3 dragons carved on the wall, surrounded by house sigils on top of what looks like the Iron Throne. This represents Aegon's conquest of Westeros with the help of his sister wives, Rhaenys and Visenya, and their 3 dragons, Balerion, Meraxes, and Vhagar. So we then get the end of the first opening credit scene with a final overview of the family tree. Now we see a final overview of our own family tree that we've built throughout this opening scene. The second opening credit scene that covers episode 6 after the time skip. So warning ahead for episode 6. Daemon Targaryen's bloodline that we briefly saw earlier is now continued. We finally see Daemon Targaryen with his emblem being the dragon helmet that he wears during the tournament. We now see another House Velaryon emblem. This is actually the same emblem that we saw in the first opening credit scene far away in the background. This is Laena Velaryon and her emblem is the twins. The Gemini symbol is the twin that is represented by the Roman numeral 2. The Gemini symbol is the twin of the Roman numeral 2 because that also represents the two twin stars, Castor and Pollux, that are holding hands, representing their unbreakable bond, the one that we see on the two images on the right. The blood goes down another 2 levels, representing 2 generations, because we get to Baela Targaryen and Rhaena Targaryen. They are Daemon Targaryen's and Laena Velaryon's children that they had together, and they have both had a dragon egg being put into their cradle, so that is their emblems. We then go back to Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, and her bloodline continues to reveal another carving on the wall representing Dragonstone that we saw in episode 2. Her bloodline is linked to another emblem representing a gold cloak of the City Watch. This is of course Harwin Strong, with whom she had 3 bastard children, being Jacaerys Velaryon, Lucerys Velaryon, and his emblem is a dagger, and Joffrey Velaryon. Now Joffrey Velaryon's emblem is unrecognizable, however Jacaerys' emblem seems to be something that we're not supposed to know what it is yet. We then get a final overview of the second opening of House of the Dragon. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I am Aegon the Informer, and you have just been informed.